This cowl is excellent for beginners who want to try out some textured stitches, and it's also great for anyone looking for a quick and easy handmade gift. Woolly's Thick and Quick is available in dozens of color options, so you're bound to find something you love. It works up in just a few short hours, and you only need to know 2 stitches to get it done. The step-by-step tutorial is coming up. Alright, we'll start off with a slip knot and chain 18. Now to start round 1, find the second chain from the hook. I like to work in the back bumps because it looks a little cleaner, but you can do whatever you're comfortable with. So find that second chain and slip stitch there. Then find the next chain and half double crochet. And in the next stitch, slip stitch again. And that's the repeat. We're alternating half double crochet and slip stitches. So if you've done everything correctly, when you get to the end of the chain, your last stitch should be a slip stitch. Then chain 1 and turn your work to start off on row 2. So find the first stitch and half double crochet there. Then slip stitch in the next stitch. And you guessed it, half double crochet in the next. That's the repeat for this row and pretty much the entire pattern. The use of a really short stitch, the slip stitch, in combination with a taller stitch, the half double crochet, it sort of scrunches the work down so you get this really cool bumpy texture, and you don't have to do a lot of work to accomplish that. Now at the end of this row, you should end with a half double crochet in the last stitch. So just keep in mind if you're trying to keep the pattern straight and when you're supposed to half double crochet or slip stitch, just know that for this pattern, whatever stitch you start the row with is the stitch you'll also end with. Okay, moving on to row number 3. We'll chain 1 again and turn. By the way, these chain 1s do not count as a stitch for this pattern. Okay, find the first stitch and slip stitch. Then half double crochet. And slip stitch in the next. That's the repeat again. So at the end of row 3, because we started with a slip stitch, you should also end with a slip stitch. So to continue with the pattern, you'll repeat rows 2 and 3 until you run out of your first skein of yarn. Remember, you're always alternating half double crochets and slip stitches within the row. The only difference is which stitch you start with, and that's because we're offsetting them. Whatever we do on one row, we want to do it slightly different on the next so we get that bumpy texture that's kind of offset. So when you run out of yarn in your first skein, try to end off where the next stitch you'll make is a half double crochet. Then with your current yarn, work half of the stitch. So yarn over and pull up a loop. Then fold the end of the new skein over the needle and pull that through all 3 loops to finish the stitch. Then it's a good idea to tie the 2 ends to secure it. Now to save yourself a little bit of time, go ahead and work over the tails so you don't have to weave them in later. From here, continue with your same repeat until you go through your second skein. At the end of that, it'll measure about 31 inches from the starting edge. When you get that finished, it'll look something like this, and we're ready for the assembly. You'll need a tail that's about 14 inches long to finish it up, so if you've already sort of worked through to the very end and you don't quite have that much left in your skein, just rip back 1 row so you have enough yarn that we can join this thing together. So the first thing we'll do is fold the 2 ends together, then pick up 1 end and flip it, and sort of work the twist to the middle. Then take the same end and flip it 1 more time, again in the same direction. So this will give you a double twist on 1 end. And from here, we're just going to slip stitch the 2 ends together. So pick up your hook and your working loop, then find the first stitch on the opposite end and slip stitch there. That'll get your initial join going. Then insert your hook in the next stitch, catching both layers, and slip stitch again. And keep going. When you've made a slip stitch into every stitch on both layers, you can go ahead and fasten off. And weave in your 2 remaining ends. That's all for now, friend. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are subscribing, and by the way, if you haven't done that already, I would really appreciate if you would do that for me. And for those of you who are liking and commenting, I really enjoy looking through those and interacting with you as often as I possibly can. Those little actions, although they seem like they don't make a big difference, they really do. They make a big impact in helping me share this craft that we both love. Now don't forget to check the description for the links to the pattern. You'll be able to view it online for free at my website. I'll have that link in the description. Or if you'd like to get the PDF to download or print, I'm now finally able to offer this in my new pattern shop, and you'll find a link for that in the description as well. Happy hooking, and I'll see you in the next one.